Setting up your first Facebook ad campaign. Before you spend a single pound on Facebook ads, you need to build something called a campaign. Now, think of a campaign like a folder. Everything else, your budget, your audience, your actual ad, that lives inside this folder. So step one, you need to give it a name. Now, what you would do is you would have your campaign. Okay, and you would just name it something. So like I've called mine like say for instance ad set, sorry, eh, ad ready, and you could call it a test. Ad ready test one, for example. So that's the first one that I would do. Don't just call it campaign. Don't just call it campaign one, because you're going to come back to it, so you won't know what what's all that about. So you've got to make it something that you can actually understand. When you come back to it in a month's time, you know exactly what it was for. So step two, pick your objective. Now this is really important. Um, so this is Facebook actually asking you, what do you want people to do? Whatever you pick, that's what Facebook will give you. So if you want people to find you, um, like there's a few common ones. I'll just go through them all through my notes here. So you've got one. The objective obviously is, what do you want? Do you want sales? That's obviously number one. You've got leads, and you've got so sales. You want people to buy something. Use this if you're selling a product, a course, anything with a price tag. Leads, if you just want people to fill in a form, book a call, sign up, but not to pay for anything yet. So that's what you use leads for. So sales and leads, that's that cleared up. Now traffic, this is another one. Uh, so traffic, that's just if you want people just to click through your website. So you're just going from one place to another place, a website or a page. So you use that if you're driving people to read a blog post, or you just want more visitors to your site. It's not, that's what that's for. The next one we've got is engagement, and so let's choose the writing engagement. So that's just if you want more likes, comments, and shares on a Facebook post. Really, that's all it is. It's engagement. It doesn't do anything else. So Facebook will go out and find people like that, and you just want to interact with them. That's all it is. It's not for sales or anything like that. So you're only going to use that if you want to grow attention to your own brand or your own page, or yourself, or whatever it is that you want to do, or around the content, piece of content that you're doing. Not necessarily to sell anything yet. So awareness. This is another one. Uh, Awareness. So they all come under the campaign. After you've named it, they'll ask you what you want to do. This is Facebook going through that. So this is a really important part. So for awareness is you want as many people as possible to simply just see your ad and remember your brand. That's it. You only use that if you're brand new and nobody really knows you. So you're just creating awareness, just that you're here, and you can get these up really cheap. So here's a rule. Now, if you simply just want, you've got to pick the objective that matches your actual action you want. So if you pick traffic, but you're actually looking for sales, Facebook will happily just give you loads of clicks, but not necessarily sales. So you've got to remember that what you want, Facebook will actually give you that. So I'll prioritize what you've actually already, put into your campaign here. So that's a campaign level. Now, um, for the for my own ad ready system, which we've got here, I pick sales because I want you guys to buy something. So it's sales that I'm going for. The whole point of the ad is for someone to buy the £17 offer, not just click or comment. So step three is your budget. Now, let me just pause this and let me just see my notes. So the budget, now I've set that at the campaign level. Why did I do that? So why I've done it is this is, it's how much you're happy to spend per day. So you've got to start small. You don't need hundreds of pounds. Um, and here's the thing that actually trips some people up. There are two ways of setting the budget. As I said to you, you can do it in the campaign level or you can do it in the ad set level. Now, if you want to do, uh, we'll just come back to the ad set level, but carrying on from the campaign side of things. So if you spend £2 or £3 a day, and Facebook, it doesn't give it enough ammo sort of thing to go out and find anybody or get the data. That's what we're trying to do. The first week, we're trying to gather up data, and £15 a day is more than enough for a small ad, for a small, campaign to give you enough data, depending on how much you want to spend. I've got people spending £100 a day, for example. They want to get the data quickly so we can move on to the next step. Um, so that's what that is. You've got to try to get the data. That's really important, and Facebook needs to get that information to you. So campaign budget just means Facebook decides at where your money goes. That's at the campaign level. Now the ad set level, which is the next level down, we'll talk about that in the next video. That means that you decide where you want to send where the money goes. So, for example, um, if you're only testing sort of one audience to start with, that's what you should be doing anyway. Go with campaign budget because you're letting you're setting up the campaign, you're setting up the ads, and then you're putting the money into the campaign and letting Facebook decide which one of these ads is decent, which one you want to spend the money on, and you let Facebook do its job. So that keeps it really simple. Now you only really need the ad set budget. Sorry, the budget on the ad set if you're running sort of two audiences, for example, you've got one audience going somewhere else and one audience for something else. So you want to decide where you want to spend the money. Basically, that's that's really what that is all about. So if you've got like one campaign, two ad sets, that's the next video we're going to do. Then you can decide that, look, wait a minute, I want to spend £15 a day on this ad set and I want to spend £10 on this one because of different objectives basically. So that's what that means. But to keep it nice and simple, that's what you should be doing. Put your money into campaign level, build up your ad set, build up all your ads, and let Facebook do the job. Simple. Now, remember, if you're running Facebook ads already and you'd like me to take a second look at your ads, you can apply for an ad ready audit, and the link will be below. Or you can just simply go to nadsatar.com/card, and you can find the login there, and you can just apply, and it's just some basic questions, and I'll get that to you anyway. So remember, one system changes everything. And if you're interested in purchasing the ad ready system, just go to nasatar.com and you can have a wee look there. I'll see you in the next one.